Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the class. How are you all? I hope you people are good and safe at your home. If it is so, it's very good. Then I think you might have got a news yesterday and day before yesterday. It is broadcasting in the TV9 news channels that European continents they have got the attack of a second wave of a COVID-19. The European continent. So there are many countries. So many countries they have announced the lockdown there, like Spain. They have announced the lockdown till 2021 March of 2021 till the next year March. They have announced lockdown, the serious lockdown, because the COVID-19 it has increased over there. The disease spreading has got increased. It's in the second wave. That means the COVID can spread through the air very faster than the earlier. And the UK, United Kingdom, they have announced for 1 month of serious lockdown in the European continent. Then the Spain means then the France they have announced for the 2 weeks of lockdown. Germany they have announced for the 4 weeks, that means 1 month of a lockdown, serious lockdown. Then Italy is going to be announced in the future. So it's increasing in the European continent. The second wave it's existed in the European continent. So all these countries have confirmed that the second wave is more deadly and dangerous than the first. So we should have the vigilance towards our health, and we should have the precautionary measures. So make use of a mask, and also become the communicator of all the alert among your friends and the family. Please become a communicator of alert among your family and the friend. Inform them about this second wave which is arrived now, and save everyone can able possible. So as you possible, so save all the people by giving information about this spreading of diseases. This history says that second wave it's very dangerous than the first. In the history earlier, it was many diseases were experienced in Africa. Cattle plague means Renderfest. So after that, many plague means diseases that has arrived in the European continent. After the Spain it has got many millions together people they have died in the second wave. Same like in this COVID-19 is we got a second wave in the COVID-19. Please make use of a mask, because this wave can means these diseases can spread through the air. So that reason, if you make use of a mask, you will be safe, and insist others to be safe. Please take care of your health. So then we'll next come back to our class. We are discussing about the revision. Actually, we are having a revision about the first chapter. We have completed our portion. We are having a revision classes. So the first chapter is about India, basic information, physiography of India, that we have discussed. We have been discussing. We have discussed about the first concept, location, is not that the main two important values, that is latitudinal value and longitudinal value, which give us exact location of place, any place on the earth's surface, so that we can find the exact location by making use of a map and globe. So we should need two values, latitudinal values, longitudinal values. Latitudinal value of India is 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north, and the longitudinal value is 68 degree 7 minute east to the 97 degree 25 minute east. We discuss about this topic of Cancer and AST. So that's about location we discussed, and it's called as a peninsular country because all the three sides is covered by the water, west, east and the south, and the northern part of India is connected with the Asian continent. That's what we discuss. And it's about Indian Standard Time, IST 82 degree 30 minute east. It's Indian Standard Time. Now we will discuss about India's size. So that's about the size. Already we discussed, is it not? Already we discussed about the size that India has a 3.28 million square kilometers of a total landmass area, 15,200 kilometers of a land boundary it has, and 7,516.6 kilometers of the coastal area, along with the coastal areas of Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar. We have discussed about that. So India is the 7th largest country. So among the top 10, the first one Russia, Canada, USA, then China, Brazil, Austria, then afterwards India. So that's what we discussed. Now we will look into the next concept, India and the world. So what is that India and the world? So India, so it's the next concept what we'll be discussing, India and the world. Here, the India is connected to the whole world not from the recent year, it's from the ancient period. From the 2000 years back, before that, the India had a link with the other country. The first link which we have got to the other countries is through the land way. It's through the land route. Then afterwards, they found the ocean route, sea route. They found a sea route to find Indian landmass to get resources. That's what you know about this. All the history. It's not we discuss about this history of India and connected with the whole world. In the from the first in the sixth classes we have been discussing about this ancient period. There, the Europeans they arrived to the India. Is not they have arrived to India through this Cape of Good Hope by crossing the African continent. Then they have reached India, the Kolkata, Calicut there. Calicut, not Kolkata. They reached the Kerala there. Is not. Then afterwards, the Dutch, French, and the Britishers, Portuguese, they have came to India. So they had a fight in India to acquire the resources of India. All the four, Dutch, Portuguese, and the French, and the Britain. All these four are all the four group, the four trader groups. All these were the traders groups. They were from Africa to India in 17th century, in the 16th and 17th century. So there, at that time monarchy was prevailing in India. So there came all the four traders to India. They had a fight in between there to take the areas of India under their control. But the Britishers, they got a power, they got an influence from the Queen Elizabeth II. They got a help from her. They got a Carter to have a rule India. Then afterwards, they had a fight with all the Dutch, Portuguese, and the French. They gone back. The Britishers, they have established their rule in India. Then afterwards, the link between other countries it's increased. So through this Suez Canal, the distance from Europe to India it's decreased. Is not the Suez Canal? It made Europeans to connect India directly with a less distance. And then afterwards we had the connection with the Eastern Asia and the Western Asia with Africa, and here in the Australia also we had a connection to the sea route. Through the land route we had a connection with the China, Europe, and Africa. So Silk Route, we also call it a Silk Route. We are connected with the Silk Route for the transformation of economy, also the goods. So that's what, it's not the connection of India to the world, it's not the recent one. From the ancient period we are having connection with other world. So that reason all the people from a world they have came to invade India. It's not because of the reason Central Asian Muslims and the Arabian Muslims they came to India. They have settled there. They have started to rule their life in India. It's not. The trans-Indian routes, trans is old Indian and which is connected to each other. The trans-Indian routes which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia provide a strategic central location of India. So it is connected with the East Asia and the West Europe and Western Asia and Africa. So its central location, it is centrally located. The India landmass is protruded out, means it came out. Indian landmass it's look like it has came out. It's a Asian continent, it's not. This all the Asian continent. So this looks like it has came out. So this landmass peninsular country which has came out called as a protruded. So it is centrally located. So it is having significant uses. So because of this, many countries they got connection with the Indian trade, Indian commerce and activity, and also India got connected with other countries. This Deccan Peninsula protrudes into the Indian Ocean, thus helping India to establish close contact with West Asia, Africa, Europe from the western coast and the southeast from the eastern coast. From the eastern coast, it's connected with the southeast, Southeast Asia. And the western coast is connected with Europe, Africa, then West America of Asia. So that's all. We are having connection with the other countries in the world from the ancient period. The no country has a long as coastal on the Indian Ocean as India has, and it is the India's eminent position Indian Ocean which just justifies the naming of the ocean after it. So this ocean is named after this country. This Indian Ocean got its name because of the country India. Why? Sir, there is a countries here in the eastern part and the western part. There are many countries. What does this India got? Miss, why did this ocean called as Indian Ocean got the name of India? Because this ocean means the India is only one country in the South Asia. It has more coastal line than any country of the South Asia. Than any country of the South Asia, the India has a more means the longest coastal line. That is the only one which connect with the Indian Ocean with the longest coastal line. So in the Indian Ocean, it has a two division as ocean, Arabian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal Sea. So it's belong to the Indian Ocean. So here India is only one country which has more longest coastal line which is connected with the Indian Ocean. So that reason this ocean is named after the India called as Indian Ocean. Then India's contact with the world has continued through the ages, but her relation through the land routes are much older than the maritime contacts. So it's a maritime contact. From the ancient period, we had a connection, and now also we are having connection with the other world. In the western part, we are having a connection with the other world, like in the Arabia, Africa, then Asian continent. We have a connection, and here in the eastern part also we have a connection. Is it not? So this connection is not a new one. From the ancient period, we are having connection. Then this maritime contact with other world. We have the connection with the other world in the land route. It's older than this. It's much older than the sea route connection with the other world. So from the ancient period, before the Britishers came into India, before the Muslims came into India, we had a connection with other countries. Means the Ibn Battuta, for example, Ibn Battuta from the Central Asia, he has came to India, he has started to explain about the Indian wealth and the culture of India. Many travelers from other countries, mainly from the West Asia and the Central Asia, then European continent, many travelers, they came to India. While traveling, they invited, means they have founded many lands, they have named it, like as Amerigo Vespucci is a European. He has traveled towards west, and we got the two landmasses called as America. Then he has named his name for that land called as America. Is Amerigo Vespucci's name, and he has named it as America. Same like here, the many travelers, they were used to travel to one place to another places in searching a new things. So they got India with having high heritage of a culture and more wealth, so they have written in their book, then they have distributed in their countries. Then the people who are there, the monarchy people, they got desirable to live in India. Then Muhammad Ghazni, he has invited Muhammad Ghazni, he has invited India for the 12 times. He has invited India for the 12 times. Every time when he has invited, he has gone back with a much more wealth after inviting. And that time Indians were not, we are not as gathered as one nation. It was divided into so many territories. So the Muhammad Ghazni, he has invited means he had a fight with a small group of kingdom. So they were not much stronger, is it not? So that reason he could able to take the wealth of India by defeating the people who were there in India at that time. So then afterwards Muhammad Ghori has came, then he has established his Muslim rule here. Then afterwards the French, Dutch, Portuguese and the Britishers, they came to India. So they all came to India because by knowing the information about the wealth and culture what we have, this is got known by the travelers. So that says, before having connection with the other world through the sea route, maritime contact, so we had a well connection with other countries, this land route. That's about the various passes across the mountains in the north have provided passage to ancient travelers, while the ocean restricted such interactions for the long time. Here, passes we have a pass here. We have mountain ranges. Mountain ranges it's not. Mountain ranges in Himalaya, it's not continuously connected. We have a break in between. We have discussed in the first chapter. Yeah, in the second chapter of geography discussed it not. So this Himalayan mountain it's not continuously connected. It has a break in between. So it is having a three row Himadri, Himachal, then Shivalik. So in between that it has so many disconnection. The place in between the two valley, the place in between the two row, it's called as the passes. So there this pass has provided the way for the travelers to get into India, and many other oceans that has restricted their travels from this Pacific Ocean, then Atlantic Ocean. Because of that oceans they didn't come. So but then afterwards, after the evaluation of our technology, they started to come. That's what happened. It has the relation with the India. The world has a relation with India, and also the Indian people, like Indian philosophy, Indian numerical thinking and numerical value, and in Indian like a zero is invented by the Indian. So this all got spread to the over the earth surface by the Indians, and India plays and it has a contribution. India has given the spices to the whole world. The whole world now they are getting a taste in their food, the different taste and the very good taste because of Indian spicy food. So they got a spicy preparation of a food by the Indians. Indian philosophy has been distributed all over the world, like the Ramayana, Panchatantra, and there are many like Upanishads. Now the many peoples in America and Australia they are following the Hinduism. They are following the Upanishads. They are following the Bhagavad Gita. They can able to spell out the Bhagavad Gitas like slokas. Many other country people they are practicing that. They can able to spell out the slokas now also in many countries because they are influenced. That's what the India has a power. From the ancient period, it's been contributing to the whole world to improve their economic activity. So European country got increased in the middle history of world. European countries got a wealth. The Britain, France, Germany, the many European countries they have got rise in their economic activity because of India. How? From the India they have taken away more resources to their countries and they have made development in the economic activity and social activity there. So from there the many countries they have got wealth and they are developed because of India. The America, the Europe, they have got developed because of India. So India's developed means it is given contributed for in a many field. Then we will discuss about the contribution of a trade route. This trade route, through the trade, what is the trade route? Trade route, the route which connect into the different cities or different countries. So where the route is busy in exporting, importing, transferring the goods in between the two countries, in between the two cities or two important places are called as a trade route. Oldest trade route is Silk route. Silk route ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ರೂಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ರೂಟ್. ಆ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ರೂಟು ಚೀನಾದಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಚೀನಾದಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯುರೋಪ್, ರಷ್ಯಾ ಮತ್ತು ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾ. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಏಷ್ಯನ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ it was connected each other, the Silk Route. So this Silk Route was world busiest land route in the ancient period up to the 15th century, from the BC, before Christ era, before the zero means before the beginning of this era, from the zero. So before the BCE, before the birth of a Christ, the Silk Route was existed. It was under the use before that. So many people they were used to travel from one place to another places by making use of this Silk Route. in traveling or in transferring their goods to the one place to another places. That's how the European people, they got the printing machine, idea of a printing machine from the China. They got industrialization idea from the China. And the China, Japan, they got a Buddhism, they got influence of a Buddhism from India. Buddhism is originated in India. So Indian people, Buddhist and Jainist, they have traveled through this Silk Route to the China and Japan. So that's how this Silk Route is very much useful. It was having a significant role at that time. So this trade route through the mountain passes contributed to the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. Ideas also been traveled, as one person has traveled from one place to another places. You will get information about that places, and also you will make them to understand about the idea what they had earlier, is not? As like the same, they had printing woods. The China, they were practicing the printing woods to print the paper for the to print the things in a many paper as the same things. So to print the same things in many paper, they were using the wood prints, wood block printing. They were using wood block printing. Means they used to write something on the wood, and they used to keep a paper there, and they used to print the same things. It was like a wood block printing, which China was following. So Europeans, they didn't have idea about this. When the European travelers, they gone through this Silk Route to the China, they got idea of this wood block printing. Then they have brought that wood block printing idea into the Europe, Britain. There they have started their wood block printing, and they got evolved in the technology. They used much more technology there, and they have introduced the printing machine. Then it is introduced in the all over world. So this could happen because only to this Silk Route. The idea of Upanishad and Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra, Indian numerical and decimal system could reach many parts of the world through the trade route. To the same trade route, this Indian philosophy, Indian ideas, Indian commodities, Indian spice items, it's all been distributed over the earth's surface. The spices, Muslim and other merchandise were taken from India to the different countries, as we discussed. The influence of a Greek sculpture and architectural structure of a domes and the minarets from West Asia can be seen in the different parts of a country. So influence of a Greek sculpture. So when the Muslims, they came to India from the Greek, and also when the Britishers when they came to India. So mainly the Indian architecture style got influenced and also got mixed with the Persian architectural style. Naವೇನು building construct ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು different style ಅಲ್ಲಿ construct ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. The temples and the big buildings what we construct, which is under the control of government, it's all in a different structure. It's not a pure Indian structure. Dravidian is a pure Indian structure. So this Dravidian architectural structure and many other structures got influenced with the Muslim structure, like Persian structures and the Greek structures. And also minarets means small pillars. So it's all the small pillars, minarets got introduced by the sculpture structures, means types, architecture structures. So that's about India. Also got many things from other worlds, and from other countries also got uses from India. So because of this contact, so that's what we discuss in this concept. Next we will be discussing about India's neighbor. I hope you understood about this concept what we discussed. Thank you and have a nice day.